In this video, you will learn about the different constraints that can be used for the fields while defining a table. The constraints help us to create a table to validate data, proper entry of data. So let us see what are the important constraints. The ones which are covered in our syllabus is the primary key, not null, unique. So in our syllabus, we have three constraints. There are other constraints called foreign key, default and check. We will learn these three also. Now what is a primary key? A primary key is a field which allows only unique values and you cannot leave a primary key null. Then not null is a field which may not be a primary key but you will not allow null values. What do you mean by that? For example, you have a student name as a column. You will never allow a null value in student name column. All the students should have a name which should be entered in the database. So you will not allow it to be null. In that case, use not null constraint. Then what is unique? Unique is a constraint which will restrict the user not to allow duplicate values. Okay, not to type duplicate values. In what case you will use unique constraint? For example, you accept phone numbers of parents. In case you don't want to have duplicate records, in that case you will give phone number as unique. Or in case you are getting the Aadhaar number of students, Aadhaar number should be unique. It cannot repeat. So it cannot have any duplicate values. So you can give unique in that. Okay. But the thing is, in case you don't know the number, you can leave it null. When you set something as unique, then that field can contain null value. Now let us see how to create a table using these three constraints. Also, I will tell you what is the use of these three fields. Foreign key, as I said, it refers to the primary key of another table. For example, if you have a department ID, department table, department ID, name, HOD and all that will be there in the department table. And in student table, every student will belong to one department. So, department ID will be the primary key in department table. The same department ID will be the foreign key in the other tables. Wherever it is used, it is called as foreign key. But in the original table, it is called as primary key. So, if you want to create a table with the foreign key value, you have to mention that as foreign key. What is a default value? Suppose you are adding some employee details, history of employees, personal details of employees, and you have to set some default value. For example, all the employees who join the organization, say it is a sales company. So everybody, most of them will be salespersons, sales executives. So the designation will be sales executive, which will be the default value. One or two managers will be added. So if you don't give any value, the default value of sales executive will be automatically filled. That's why you need a default value. In case you want, you can specify. All the constraints are not compulsory. Whenever you create a table, you can add a constraint if you want. Then check is a value which is used to validate numbers or data or string or whatever. For example, if you type age of a student, the age should always be less than 25 or the age should be above 18. If you have any specific condition, you can give check constraint. Now, hope you understood the concept of constraints. In the next video, you will learn about creating tables.